So first we're gonna season the meat. A little salt. I never measure, I measure everything. A little black garlic. This is a Portuguese season. I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like. It's called fundor. You can find it. I'm gonna do a little dry parsley. I'm running out of it. I have to get some more. And caju, which is garlic. I never measure, I just eyeball everything. A little sazon. It's Spanish, it's sazon. We can all get it at the Spanish grocery or everywhere. They have it at Stop and Shop, Shaw's, everywhere. And this is, I always put a little Italian seasoning. It always makes a difference when you cooking meat. I don't know why, but it does. And a little trick, I use this. Shake it. And just a little bit. Okay. So now we're gonna slice our onion. Add a little bit. Slice a little pepper. I already washed it, so don't worry guys, everything is washed. We're just gonna slice it and put it in there, and then we're gonna add some olive oil and just let it sizzle for a little bit. It's just gonna simmer, and then we're gonna add a little bit of juice as it goes. We're gonna add a little bit of bay leaf. You can use there's a fresh one and there's a dry one. I'm using the dry one. And olive oil. I use the Portuguese one. I grew up in Cape Verde, so we always used to use this one. So when I came here, this is the one that I keep on using. But it works really good, and it's not so unhealthy, so it works fine for my family. I usually leave it on medium until it's a little bit sizzling. Then I just turn it down to make sure that it does not stick to the pan. Even though I have a really good pan, it's non-stick, but we just really want to make sure it doesn't stick or it doesn't get too dry. So now we're gonna cut some potatoes while the meat is cooking. We're just gonna cut some potatoes, have it ready. We're gonna slice it and just put it on top of the potatoes, and I'll show you guys how to make a really good juice for it. We're just gonna turn it, make sure all the meat that's in the bottom is gonna come up top. The one that's on top has to get a little color in the bottom. Look how it's looking. And there we go. Okay, alright, so now we're gonna cut some onions and make our rice. I'm gonna slice onions. I already have my peas open. I'm gonna have the green pigeon peas, very famous in the Cape Verdean community. And we're gonna make some arroz y habichuela, so rice and peas. Stay tuned. So for my rice, I always use salt. Once again, I don't measure anything. I literally eye out everything because that's how my mom taught me how to do it. I always just used to see my mom throwing everything. This is sazon. I use it already. And I always use garlic for my rice also. Love it. A little bit. And we're gonna use a little bit more of, just a little bit of the olive oil for your rice. Just a drizzle. And that should do it. Then you just let it simmer. Once it simmers, then you go, and I'll show you guys how to put the water and everything else. We're gonna use this and add it onto our meat, and then I'm gonna do some, actually we're gonna do some fries because the kids really wanted fries, so I changed my mind. We're gonna do some fries and some rice. Okay, so now you just let everything simmer on low, and so that's it. This is the final touch to the video. You have your rice and peas, you have your french fries, your meat with the cheese on top, and that's how it looks. Just like this.